So anyways, I'm actually on the phone with the district clerks, and I'm asking them when my citation will be reissued for my big lawsuit 236-324-001-24. I went and looked at the case they keep citing.
Sir, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you can email this question to dclerk@tarrantcounty.com
Mm-hmm.
so we can get that started.
Oh, it's not even started yet? Because I've emailed twice already, and I submitted a new document even asking for it on e-file Texas and everything.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just email it to dclerk@tarrantcounty.com,
Okay.
I can go ahead and look into that for you.
Okay. I'll get that done.
Okay, thank you.
So basically just endlessly do the same thing until they're actually bothered enough to go do their job. I don't know why we pay anybody. But the thing they're liking to quote right now, let me pull it up so I can actually give the case number. Case number 02-19-00462CV in the Second Court of Appeals. And I actually pulled it up, and I didn't even have to go very far in that opinion. It's kind of a joke. But basically, they did not receive extra copies of the pleadings, and so they were unwilling to even issue a citation because they would have to make a copy of the pleading, and they're saying that their costs are not covered by that. But now Tarrant County courts won't even issue a citation in general whatsoever because they're like, no, that's a copy. No, that's the original. You're still required to make the citation. You have to. It's a little crap too because it's up against TDCJ. The inmates actually only get 5 sheets of paper every couple weeks. You can get a few more for legal and everything, but you're limited right there. You're not allowed to earn money or anything, so you can't pay for copies. So basically they're putting this huge restriction on inmates to keep them out. And now if you actually get something like, oh, I don't have a job and I don't have a car because somebody stole it and all I have is negative $300 in the bank account, you literally cannot do anything in the courts anymore. Even though they're required to issue citation, it says it flat out. They are required to issue citation, and they have to do all the other processes of service. So that's the Second Court of Appeals with somebody that didn't even bother to probably have a good chance of fighting because he probably couldn't afford paper and copies to send them. And that's one of the big problems whenever they make rulings against inmates even. Party filing any pleading upon citation shall furnish the clerk with sufficient number of copies thereof to serving the parties. Okay, that's fine. But whenever you're e-filing it, like, you want me to e-file it more than once? If that's all you're waiting on, I can e-file it and e-file it and e-file it and everything. He is considered indigent. He was not required to pay for copying costs. I get it. Bad argument, actually. He argued about the copying costs, not that they're actually required to issue the citation and stuff. I can also understand with the paper stuff because it is possible to get the paper, but now they've extended that. They've taken that ruling and decided that they don't even have to issue citations. And that's definitely a problem. The clerk must docket the case, issue citation, and provide any other service that is ordinarily provided a party. And it says that after the hearing, the trial court denied his motion, Reed appealed, claiming the trial court violated blah, blah, blah. To prepare and follow the record of all trial court proceedings on claim of indigence, including the record of hearing. I'll go read all this and see exactly what it says, and then I'll toss it into some of my Supreme Court stuff that I've already got going, because I'm sure the whole issue is probably more just to do with that he didn't copy or give them a copy of the petition. And so they're like, we'll have to copy this one. But let's face it, they really do have to provide citation and stuff, especially to people who can't do anything else. Otherwise, you're being denied access to courts. And I don't think the Supreme Court's going to actually have much trouble with that, especially with all the e-filing stuff they have now. They might end up having to put a couple computers in every law library for e-filing only and limit what they can access, and have the officer that's already sitting there just make sure that they don't breach the little containment of like Net Nanny or whatever they install on it to save money even. They really should have went to tablets here in Texas. It was, God, it was about 10 years ago. They said in 5 years it would actually cost more not to. because there is increasing cost of paper, increasing number of inmates, and everything. And they came up with the excuse that people would use the internet to actually contact their victims, but the companies that do it actually do a little internet in the box where they have saved pages, stuff like that. So you can still view the internet, read books, get music, small games, movies, stuff like that, and it makes a ton of money for the stuff. But then they set it up so your medical requests can be put in, and your grievances and everything. And I can tell you for a fact, from what I've seen of the system, they don't want you to have records of that is the problem. They want to be able to lose your grievances and try to make you refile them and everything, and it is 100% what they do, and it's ridiculous. And they're going to literally probably spend millions upon millions of dollars to do that, just to prevent people from actually showing how bad it is and everything. So yeah, that's their entire defense, is that there's copies somehow involved with issuing a citation and emailing it back to me. But there's not a single copy made. Uh-oh.